Thank you. Good morning, Stampers. We're going to be using a stamp set from the Occasions Mini Catalog. This is Stampin' Up's Build a Blossom stamp set, and it has a matching punch. The wonderful thing about having a matching punch is that you don't have to hand cut all of these shapes out yourself. You can just punch them. So let's get started. I'm using a half of a sheet of 12 by 12 Whisper White cardstock, and I am using Blushing Bride, which is one of the in colors this year from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to be using two of the stamps first. The first one I'm going to be using is this full petal, and then this petal that provides shading. What you want to do is you want to stamp 5 of the full petal in full strength ink, and you want to stamp them so that they are not right next to each other. That gives us a little space to use our punch. And the second time you want to do that, you want to stamp off. So you want to stamp over here and then stamp. That makes a much lighter shade of Blushing Bride, and we're going to, because it's such a lighter shade, we're going to be able then to use our other petal that provides shading for two-step stamping. So this time you're going to ink up your shaded petal and stamp right over the top. And if you don't hit the design exactly, don't worry about it. It's going to be just fine. So we're going to have 5 of each, and this is what they're going to look like. And then we're going to take our punch, and when you take your punch with this row of petals, you always want to start on your left hand side and move to your right. So I use it upside down, and I'm going to punch it out. And you get lots of little pieces, but that's not a problem. And you move over to the next one and punch again. And so we would then punch all 10 of our petals out of our Whisper White cardstock. And when you get your petals out, then you want to take your bone folder, and you want it with each petal, hold the point of the petal in your left hand, and with your right hand take your bone folder and put your thumb on top and provide a little bit of pressure and just pull. And what this does is to curve that petal a little bit and give it some dimension that you wouldn't have without that. Then we want to take our dimensionals, and we want to put one dimensional on the back of each one of our petals. Then we have our cardstock that I've already cut, and I'm using Baja Breeze, and my Baja Breeze is 5 1/4 by 10 1/2. It's already scored at 5 1/4. So I'm going to fold it and use my bone folder. And when you use your bone folder, start in the center and go up, and start in the center, come back to the center and go down. Then I also am using Early Espresso, and this is a piece of square 5 by 5. And I can add that to my Baja Breeze using my snail. Don't you just love snail? Except when it runs out. And it does that pretty consistently, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to put that right on to our Baja Breeze. And it's always a good thing, once you get that on, is to just take your bone folder and go over the edges, and that kind of pushes that snail together and holds your paper really, really well. So then what we want to do is we want to take our 5 petals that are the solid petals and place them onto our Early Espresso cardstock. And we want to place them so that they are not touching each other. So we get them arranged like this. And then we take off the dimensionals and just fit them together around in a little circle here. And what we're going to be doing is layering the second set of petals right on top. So this goes here, and we just leave a little space and a little space in the middle. And one more. And that's your first step. This is really an easy card, and what makes this card so easy is the fact that we had that punch to punch all those out, and we didn't have to cut anything out. So I know you're going to love this. Then the petals that are double stamped, two-step stamping, and those go right over the top of the other petals. And just layer them across the top. This is going to be a gorgeous card. It could be a wedding card. It could be an anniversary card. It could be a get well card. Lots of possibilities with this little one. Okay, and then we need something for the center, so I'm going to be using Stampin' Up's new adornments. These are flowers that are pressed, I think acrylic or plastic or something, and they come in three colors. They come in Very Vanilla, Rose Red, and Baja Breeze, which of course is perfect for our card. So we want to take a dimensional, put your dimensional right on the back of your Baja Breeze, and then insert that, or just put that right in the center of your card. And then the last thing we can do is we can stamp the leaf from Build a Blossom right here. We stamp the leaf on some Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and then we have some leaves. We can add the leaves after we punch them out. We'll just add some leaves to our card, and then we'll be finished. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you will take advantage of Celebration. It's a great time to get some of these things, and then to get something free with a $50 purchase. So this is our card today, and thanks for stopping by. Bye.